Gunvor CEO sees oil market surplus of about 2 million barrels per day next year. At 9:45 a.m. Eastern Time, we expect comments from ECB's Donnery. IMF's Grinchaz says sharp reduction in US labor force due to immigration policies is negative supply shock, and just like tariffs. France's government bond yields extend fall after government suspends pension reform. Last down 5 basis points on the day at 3.42%. IMF's Gorinchas says China's domestic demand has been weak for some time now due to property bust. And Gorinchas says China still has a lot of non-performing loans in the property sector.
BlackRock CEO Larry Fink says if we do not grow our economy by 3% a year over the next 10 years, our deficits are going to overwhelm this economy. Currently speaking in a CNBC interview. BlackRock CEO Fink on AI says that this is capital that is mostly well spent. The French Green leader Chatelain says the suspension of pension reform is a little suspension.
Well, hello, everybody. This is Donald J. Trump. You're behind the markets. If you're a real day trader, go real time at financialjuice.com/purchase and save 67% on a subscription. Isn't that one big, huge, brilliant deal? Come on, people.
I probably need some water too. I haven't drank enough. Test 1, 2. Good morning. How are you? Nice little drop right down here into 930. We're now looking for. Give me one more second here. Hold on.
WPP and Google announce a 5-year expansion of their partnership.
It was so steamy in my was that? It was so steamy in my shower this morning that I missed an entire patch of hair in my face. I look like the guy from Airplane. I have the anti-steam mirror in my shower, but that shit stopped working like the first 6 months it was installed. Or like, it works once it's the same temperature, but initially it used to work like right away. I got first world problems. I got first world problems here. Turn that off. Okay, so where we left you yesterday was that we were looking for a tick higher. That was it. We were expecting it at 4 p.m. Somewhere in there, right? And we got it at 8.
The French Green Party Chatelain says they confirm the Green Party will support a no confidence motion.
Voice news disconnected.
Turn that off. That doesn't matter. We expected last night a tick higher. That was it. On the 1 hour yellow bar. That was Polo, right? We had Marco and we've got Polo. And and so we've got Marco and Polo. So we hit the Marco, not the Marco, we hit the Polo, the first one at about 8:15, 8:30 last night. And we just wanted to poke our head above. That was it. Once we poked our head above, that is a bullish sign. But of course, you're going to take a trip lower before we go up to see Marco. And Marco is the seller from God damn it, still in my, I got a little bit hair in my chin. I can't believe I'm not getting a close enough shave. So we were looking for the Polo trade yesterday, into the close and then a roll lower. And we're then looking for a trade to Marco. So let's take a look here at Marco. We got this one last night was absolutely beautiful. This one right here. No, wait a minute. Did I get the wrong one? All right. Hold on here. Let's check this. Wrong one. This one right here. So this was from yesterday, and we had said, we should try to get up here into 4 p.m. We didn't hit it. We had the big green bar right here. We knew that this was a big sell signal right here. And at 8 p.m., it's not showing on this chart, but right up in here, it doesn't show on this chart, but right up in here in the after hours, we actually went up and tagged it. If you recall yesterday, we missed it. I deleted it from this chart, but here's Polo. So this was Marco up here. If you can hear any banging in the background, I apologize. I've got some workers here at my home. So we've got Marco up here, and we had Polo up here yesterday. These are the big gym bros, the little gym bros, but in particular this time around, if you were with us last Tuesday, we did a private stream for the community, and I told you that there was a guy named Marco up here. And he's a little bit different than your normal like gym bros or old gym bros. This guy's got everybody behind him. We're using Marco as a heel, like in wrestling. Well, he really doesn't represent Marco Kalanovich, whatever his name is. And if you've noted on Twitter, I had said a couple weeks ago, he said the crash is in October, and I said, no, it started in September. It's just a matter of distribution and where that distribution takes place. And And that's a key phrase right there. Where does that distribution take place? Where are the windows for a correction? And does that distribution take place in October or November, or does it take place in December or February, March? Where does the big roll happen? I don't think anybody questions this at all. I don't think anybody questions. Maybe they do. Now, there are some implications if it happens in October or if it happens in December in particular. And it has far-reaching implications on the market, or can have far-reaching implications on the market. So we know Polo was here, and we were looking for the tick higher, and we missed it by like a penny or two. This chart doesn't show that 8 o'clock trading on SPY, but excuse me, sorry, I'm losing my voice again. But in here we tagged 665. Just check the actual price. Make sure that's right. I don't want to be saying something that's slightly inaccurate. Come on here. Right here. Right here. We hit 665, 39. Right here. Right where I had it. And that's all we were looking for. We were looking for this at like 4 p.m., 6 p.m., doesn't matter. And we had this market rolling today. Now, I did speak to some people yesterday that disagreed with that rolling. But if you were watching the show yesterday, you took puts into the bell if you wanted to capitalize on a down move this morning. So we ticked this up high. That's important because this is the bullish implication to meet up later with Marco. Now, I don't think the market's ready to meet up with Marco. I don't think the market, I think that for the market to meet up with Marco, you need a bullish catalyst. You need a reason. Well, that reason can be Trump. It can be Jerome. It can be crazy good ERs on a stock that's been sent to the depths of hell, possibly like a TMT thing. It's not going to be banks. Banks have stayed in trend. GS has doubled because they've stayed in trend in corporate profits, like as a financial institution. They're priced in, for lack of a better word. So they've done a great job, right? And banks are famous for selling and then buying later on, than 2 weeks later or whatever. But that's not important right now. So what's important though is that we hit Polo up here at 6 p.m. and we have to face this guy up here. And you're not going to face this guy and win just by pure price action, in my view at least. You need some kind of a catalyst, some kind of reason to say, hey, Marco, you're wrong. And not only just wrong, but we're going to continue to the upside. So this is a catalyst-driven, in my view, win. Now, the other thing, too, is, so you hit this one, you go back down to the depths of hell, you come back up. You still got to hold this, and then you got to fail this more than likely. Go back down, and then you got to come back up. You know, not always, but a lot of the time you do. And then you can finally break across this guy and head out of here. So it's more of a process, right? And I did notice this morning someone had said, I saw someone on Twitter that said, we're going to go moon off the bell. And I'm like, that's not how this works. So, and I think I posted on Twitter, I said, caution. When you get that big red bar down on that Friday, it's not Black Monday or Black Friday or anything like that. It's not, and it's definitely not, hey, buy the dip, we're going to all-time highs and beyond. It's a warning post. It's not any of these extremes. It's a red bar that tells you be cautious. And I gotta impress that upon you. So Um, people live at extremes, and that's not where real life happens, nor does the stock market traditionally. You usually get, I've showed you in the past, when you get a roll in the market, you're given plenty of warnings. And you're also given predictive signposts if it's a major roll or not. You're given time to get out of market. You're given all kinds of things. And then you go back in hindsight and say, how did I miss all those things? So when you see like a cautionary red day on a Friday, it's telling you be cautious. Not telling you market crash, not telling you new all-time highs, just telling you be cautious. And when we came into the new quarter, we did not trade down into it. We traded up. So rather than looking for a dip to buy in the new quarter, we're looking to hedge the new quarter. And you're looking for a low to buy for the quarter at that point as well, right? So you put your hedge on, now you're looking for a low to buy. And along the way, you get a red candle on a Friday. And that says, be cautious. What are you trying to do? You've already hedged, or you've rolled your hedges, or you're like me and you're still hedged. And then you're being told on Friday, be cautious. And what are you trying to do now? You're trying to find a bottom, and you're trying to find a long for the quarter. And you've got a signpost telling you that. It's not saying crash or black this or black that. It's not telling you all-time highs. It's telling you be cautious here. And so shit.